Good morning, Firebird Nation. Today is May 17th of 2022. Welcome to Firebird's Morning News. I'm David Trapansky.
And I'm Santino DeRose.
Well, before we get into everything today, we have a jam-packed lineup today. We're farther apart today, Santino. We are extended more than usual, but we'll see what happens. We have a lot of great guests coming with us today on this ride, as we just have 2 more shows left. So 2 more.
2 more? Stop.
Yeah.
You're giving me like a countdown every time we have a show. You're like,
Well,
this many left. It's getting down to the wire. Dude.
Yeah, so Friday will be HTP Palooza. We'll talk about that kind of as we end the show. We'll kind of advertise that a little bit and kind of go more into details. But we have a lot to get to, as I said earlier, so we'll get into everything. Spring preview was canceled yesterday, so that did not go on. An event for 7th and 8th graders. Talked about a lot of the cool stuff we do here at Holy Ghost. So that was canceled, but they may reschedule it in the future. We'll see what happens.
Dave, that stunk. I mean, I was going to say we canceled it for the tornado that like never showed up.
Yeah, the tornado never happened. It was very sunny for most of it. And also, too, sports-wise, tomorrow will be the lacrosse, the first round of the district playoffs.
Whoa.
They will be playing Upper Merion, which is near King of Prussia, so it is an away game, and it's at 7 o'clock, so everybody come on out, support the team. And also tennis today, they are right now in States, down in Center City at Legacy, so good luck to them. And our rowing team, which is going to be joining us in just a little bit, we'll talk to them. So, yeah, a lot of sports stuff going on. So.
Big stuff. We got a lot of good stuff going on, too.
Yeah, and baseball playoffs coming up next week, too.
Wow.
So I think that Tina will need to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll get you there. All right, everybody needs to be there. Okay, Tino, turn on your mic really quick. We're having technical difficulties. Turn on your mic.
I don't know how to.
Okay, hold on. There you go. All right, good job, Tino. That was good for everybody to watch.
Very tech savvy.
All right, so our first kind of guest, not just one guest. We have many guests here joining us. We have a rowing team, which is going to come and join us. So come on here, guys. All right, we have 2 chairs. So if 2 of you, we have 2 chairs. If 2 of you want to sit down, I know that the team manager Chen was talking about sitting down. All right. All right, so great stuff from a rowing team this past weekend. Let's make sure that everybody gets in the frame here. All right, so great stuff. Yeah. No, you're good. So, great stuff from our rowing team this past weekend in the Mid-Atlantic. So you guys want to talk a little bit about that and kind of some history, maybe this past year about the rowing?
Mid-Atlantics is a U.S. rowing run event, which is scholastic teams, which we normally compete against, and clubs, which are a lot more competitive. So Mid-Atlantics covers Connecticut, Western Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland. The biggest region in the country. High population, and it's really competitive, and we're not used to going against those teams. The 4 of us, we entered into the varsity 4 and the pair, and we went straight from time trials in the pair. Both of us qualified, Joe and I, 4th, nope, other way. And then Smiley and Chris came in 6th, and then we immediately got out, hopped out, got into the 4, extremely exhausted, found out in the pair that we qualified in the pair, all excited, got in the 4, almost qualified, competing with crazy clubs, prep, all these crazy teams, missed by like, if we went 1 second faster, we would have qualified.
I'm with you. I'm like going on with this story.
So we go home, we sleep, we prep, we come in the next day, we're seated 4th and 6th, we line up at the pair, all nervous, and we come up with a 2 and 3 finish. Both climbing the charts very high.
Wow.
And Chris, crazy
we
start.
got passed up.
Yeah. Joe and I got walked on. It's crazy. But overall, really competitive atmosphere and a step up from where we were. Just a lot of improvement and a lot of big steps forward for the program.
Okay, so before we talk about what's up next for you guys, we want to play a quick video here, which Mrs. Bowman, your coach, sent to us, and you can just kind of watch a little bit. That was footage from this past weekend, the Mid-Atlantic, Stash was just talking about. So yeah, introduce yourself really quick, guys, because I feel like I kind of just say your first name, kind of maybe role on the team. If you want to start. Stash, go ahead.
Well, I'm Stash.
Yeah.
Here, start with Joe.
I'm Joe.
Chris Convoy.
Cole Smiley.
Christian Hen.
Team manager Chad.
I love Chad. Yeah.
All right, so what is next for you guys coming up?
We're going down to Sarasota mid-early June. It's like 4 days of racing. It's a lot. It's very very competitive. And it's not like, it's like, all right, we did good here, and we're going to, like, kind of like, okay, we did good here. What's going to happen? There's rankings. We're 5 and 6 in the country right now for the pair. So it's like, there's a lot of work ahead of us.
Oh,
and it's a lot of
Yeah, for sure.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, we got another month of training to go now.
Yeah.
Sure, you guys are excited for that. Yeah. But yeah, so one thing I also want to say too is Tino. I usually consider Tino's like the best dresser between us two. Like he's always ready. His fashion is ready to go. But Chen over here has the Florida shirt over here. I guess you could say palm trees on it. He's ready to go.
Little
You excited, Chen?
tied with it too. I like it. I like
Alright.
the little color matching too. The blues looks good. Blue's a favorite color of mine. I think.
Same. Yeah.
I think you can't go wrong with blue. It always pops out.
It does.
Nice.
It's a great color. It's the best color. Yeah. All right. So where can we follow the team to keep up to date with everything?
Joe,
HGP Rowing Instagram, HGP Rowing Twitter, and our coach will be posting all the updates and pictures of what we're doing and all the information on how everything's going for us.
Sounds great. Well, best of luck, guys. Really, truly a great accomplishment. We're so proud of you.
National should be on ESPN4, I think.
Okay. But I love how Stosh goes just ESPN4. Just ESPN4. Well, well, best of luck, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Great accomplishment, and we're excited to see what happens coming up here in June. Enjoy the month of training, which I'm sure that will be exciting for you guys.
Send them off, out of
Yeah.
curiosity, were any of those boats the 2 new boats that Father Dan
Yeah.
blessed?
the-
Yeah,
the
really?
Luxembourg, the one that we row
Luxembourg,
and
the
Father
red
Dan
one,
christened it.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, now you can send them off.
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
One at a time. Our set was really expanded for this one.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. When we get our picture, which we're going to hang on the wall, we're going to need a lot more space.
Yeah, right.
We're going to take it outside somewhere. All right, so next up, this whole episode was created. So the other day, we were planning out our shows. I guess really Rob and I feel bad. But
I'm the pretty face. I want this to be very clear. One day you'll see me, I'm going to be like the lottery
Yeah.
ball caller. I'll be like, 24!
well, anyway, so we were planning out our shows. I could see you doing that, by the way. But so we were kind of thinking how everything was going to go. On Friday, we already planned our HD Palooza, and we wanted to have a special episode dedicated to 2 of our teachers who are retiring this year. So we're going to welcome them both, and we're going to start with Mr. Devine from our music program, who's going to join us. Let's give him a warm welcome. Yes, yes. Whichever chair you would like.
One's pushed in.
If you want to go closer to Santino or closer to me, it's up to you.
It's a choice.
I'm gonna go with Santino.
It is a choice.
Good choice. I heard Dave
Will you
smells.
dress better?
Thanks.
Well, welcome, Mr. Devine, to the
Thank
show. So you are moving on
I am.
from Holy Ghost. So we want to ask kind of what was your favorite HGP moment that you kind of take from this? And maybe, well, first, before we get into that, talk a little bit about what you do here at Ghost.
Okay. I'm the guitar teacher and the music tech teacher. I've been teaching here since.
No, we're going to keep that hidden for a little bit. Yeah, we're going to keep that hidden.
I've been here for a while. And I teach guitar class. There's an intro class, there's an intermediate class, and there's a guitar ensemble. And I also teach the rock ensemble that meets after school. All that stuff is geared towards performances ultimately. We have performances for the guitar ensemble and the rock ensemble. We have every year we have a guitar night that's all guitar, and it's a really fun night. And we just had it a couple weeks ago. It went great, and we enjoy playing in Holt in the new Federico Auditorium with the great sound system and the lights and all that stuff. It feels like a really professional concert. So, but anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I tried to develop the guitar program that was kind of like really not. It existed, but it was just kind of very undeveloped. So I tried to like build it up so that kids were, interested and motivated and experiencing some performance in addition to learning guitar.
Well, I will say that you have done a fantastic job with that.
Thank you.
Especially, I was unable to go for Guitar Night, but I did see some clips from it, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Thank
So,
you.
and that's all credit to your work, and I know Mr. Hallahan as well. So, yeah, we want to really thank you for everything that you've done with the music program, and your contributions will for sure be missed here at Holy Ghost. So, what kind of favorite HGP memory you want to talk about over your time here?
Wow, that's a tough one. Let's see. I think it's probably the first night that we played, our first guitar night in Holt, when we had a chance to experiment with the lights and the sound system. And it was a good group of guys, and they did a great job. And it was really exciting to, christen the new space, the new performance space with the rock ensemble. So I think that was pretty much it.
That wasn't too long ago. I was thinking like the Holt Center was built what year was it built? You guys
when we were
2014?
freshmen. When we were
4
freshmen.
years
So it
ago.
was
4
20.
years
Yeah, it was
ago.
2018. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Wow, not too long ago. But all those guys already graduated at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, already
exactly,
gone,
yeah.
moved off.
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies.
Time really flies. Yeah, for sure.
But I do want to say that next year, as always, guitar night. I'm sure we'll continue on. Make sure to come out and watch you guys for that because
absolutely will.
it really is fantastic, and everybody out there too that's watching. Like I said, I was sad that I was not able to go this year. I had some other stuff going on, but it really is great. And just to go to the Holt Center, whether that's in the Federico Theater for a play or just to walk in there, it really is fantastic. So
It is.
it's a beautiful
It's a
space.
great performance space, and it's well accommodated with the lights and the sound system. And like I said, when you perform there, it feels like a real live kind of professional concert.
Actually, a lot
You
of
were in
my
the cafeteria before, so
Oh, yeah,
there was a big difference
So there's a
between
big
the cafeteria and the whole center, right?
I was just about to say, a
Good to
lot of
know.
my experiences with the Holt Center are actually just having classes in it from last year due to COVID and all.
Right,
It
yeah,
was really
exactly.
funny
Yeah.
just having like classes in
Yeah.
a big theater space.
Yeah, we had creative writing in Federico Theater.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
it was
was
a lot
it
of
was
fun.
interesting with the big screen that Miss C had. Miss Trammell was on here before as well. So perfect. All right, well, Mr. Devine, we're gonna bring you back
Okay.
in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
We're gonna bring on our next teachers. I'm knocking down stuff today, Santino. I feel like I'm off the game a little bit today. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's because it's Tuesday. We usually have our Friday energy going at, but don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way. It's something to keep up with the streams and everything, Firebird's Morning News. All right, it's time for our next guest, Santino. We're gonna welcome Mrs. Cooper Smith, also known as Coop. Well, welcome. Everybody's taking the seat closer to Santino.
I'm trying to
oh,
move
you're
in the
moving over.
middle.
Okay.
Just settle down.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, welcome, Coop. It's great to have you.
you.
We talked to you the other day on Holy Ghost Day, which you haven't already. You should go back and check out that live stream. Santino and I, a bunch of cool stuff going on. So talk a little bit, as I asked Mr. Devine, your role here at Holy Ghost, what you teach, kind of introducing yourself. I'm sure many people know you, though, so it's
I teach chemistry mostly. I teach physics the last couple years. I guess I'm known for setting off the fire alarm when we got the new STEM labs. And just for the record, only one of them was me. The other three was Mr. Aston, but that's fine. Did not set off a fire alarm this year, I'm happy to say. I think that's a first for me. Love to do labs, love to get students in with the equipment. We have some wonderful equipment since they redid the STEM towers, and I think it's so important for every student to use every piece of equipment, no matter how expensive.
Yeah, and I will just say the STEM labs are absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
But and it's credit to you, really, truly, for not creating the STEM labs, of course, but for really getting people interested and motivated in chemistry. Because I was not a big science fan freshman year, and this was no discredit to Mr. Semenak. I love Mr. Semenak.
Scared of fire.
But I was scared of fire, yes. And chemistry was hard for me, and I was not talkative really all that back then, as you will attest
You
to.
were not.
So it really, you helped me kind of come along, and also the support that you've given me throughout the years, whether that's broadcasting or with Firebird's Morning News, I truly appreciate it personally. So, Tina, were you going to say something?
I was actually, when you were listing your duties, I didn't hear it, but you taught me a little bit of biology freshman year.
I did. I
Yeah.
stepped in for 7 weeks, had you in bio, and thought, oh, I'll never have to deal with him again. And then he shows up in sophomore chem, and, as much as David didn't talk, I couldn't get Santino to stop.
It was tough. I think I've really zipped it up a little bit.
You
as the
have.
years
You
went
guys have
on.
both done a tremendous job over the last couple years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But also, I would say unofficially, you're like a huge tutor here for all science stuff. Like, it's known that if I need something to get done and, like, I didn't give anyone a heads up, I can come into school an hour early and you will be there to help me.
Yeah, this morning I walked in at 5 after 7, and there was already someone in my room. I turned on the light, and I actually screamed a little. I didn't expect anyone to be sitting there. Yeah, so it's fine. You just have to, there should be access. And I know there are plenty of teachers that are around during the day, but you guys get busy, and it gets overwhelming. I get it.
No, definitely. Not knocking anyone else. I just want to say
Yeah.
how awesome you are.
Thank you.
And I ditto that statement. So, the one thing I will say though, Mr. Profi was not able to join us today, but you have been a motivation to all of our students here at Holy Ghost. So, Mr. Profi wanted to say something from a student and a teacher standpoint. We are losing, and this is to Coop here. And to everybody out there listening, we are losing one of the best teachers we have here at Ghost because she always puts the students first. Supports all interests and passions of her students, and embraces every lesson in the classroom with contagious energy and passion. Not to mention, she is the best baker on campus, and I will agree with that. On campus, surely one of the reasons I'm a teacher is because of her. So that's a
that's
Mr.
sweet.
Profi.
I can't
Want us
believe we
to read.
forgot about. Yes, you're also the like
The
cook.
best baker, yes.
Yeah, well, my husband keeps saying that when I retire, I should just open a bakery, but then you'd just be eating whatever I felt like making that day, and that doesn't feel like it's sustainable from a business standpoint.
Well, before we bring up Mr. Devine, I remember the Zoom when we had, because sophomore year, Zoom's chemistry,
yes.
they were interesting. Not every Zoom, but most Zooms, Coop would always say what she was cooking. It's like one day it was tomato soup, then the next day it was like a dessert of some sort. So it was fascinating to keep up with it, and it made me hungry. I was a little jealous, so.
Well, I worked chemistry into it. We were in the acid-base chapter, and then we did rates and equilibriums, and that's all what cooking is.
True, you did explain that to us. Go ahead, Tina.
Let's say sophomore year during COVID time, I also had Miss Cooper Smith. I was making my own little ice cream thing. I still have the recipe.
Oh yeah, in the bag.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
shake it up.
good times.
Oh,
That
that
was
was so
actually
good.
good times. It did, and I remember it actually didn't taste all that bad.
It
I was
wasn't.
I was like,
It
wow,
was
this
good.
is gonna taste awful.
No.
And
It was like
it was
salt
it
and
was
stuff.
pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like Haagen-Dazs, but
Yeah,
it was good. It
If
was
I
good.
was craving ice cream and there was like no ice cream left in the world, I would make it and be like, it's pretty good. You know, like I have that as a last resort, just in case.
Yeah, like if you're stranded on an island, you can always make that ice cream.
Yeah,
As
I
long as
have
you
it
have salt
memorized.
and yeah, true. I don't memorize
And
that.
I'm sure the whole time you'd be thinking about the thermodynamic properties of the entropy and enthalpy of the system.
Absolutely,
Totally.
no doubt,
Sure.
no doubt. All right, let's bring back in Mr. Devine, everybody. We're gonna try to go 4 people once again here. I'm gonna move over just a little bit. Hopefully everybody can fit in frame here.
I know, right?
I also wanted to say that Coop is one of the greatest supporters of the guitar program. She encourages her students to participate when they can, and she always comes to guitar night, and she's always there, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
I've always loved it. I used to like it in the chapel because I always felt it was
Yeah.
a wonderful spot. But you're right, over in Holt is a fabulous spot. The acoustics are perfect.
We love it.
All right, well, let's get to Firebird Frenzy, which is usually our 60-second segment of this or that questions. But today we're just going to kind of go, not long, but kind of just go since there's 2 of us, or 2 of you guys that would like to answer. We want both of you guys to answer these this or that questions. Santino, do you have your mom's questions today or no?
I don't think my mom was ready.
Oh, okay, because it's not Friday. We're on a Tuesday. We're on a
Yeah,
special
Mom did
episode here
that.
today. All right, it's different. So do you want me to start?
I guess we'll start, Dave. I'm gonna have to
No,
go
I
off
feel
my
like
head.
you always start. You have
I
to
do
start,
always
Tino.
Is there a
Sorry.
format?
Alright.
Is there a format that I should know about here?
It's just this or that question. So we'll start with whoever wants to answer first. We'll say Coop will answer first,
Okay.
and then Mr. Devine.
My famous question.
Okay, here we
Red
go.
or blue?
Gotta go blue. I bleed orange and blue. Go Gators.
Okay.
Blue.
Blue, there we go.
For sure.
2 blues.
Okay, board games or video games?
Board games.
Absolutely, board games.
Dinner or dessert?
Dessert.
Dinner. Sorry.
Books or movies?
Oh gosh, this is a school. I've got to say. I'm supposed to say books, but I'm going to say movies.
I like the book first, and then I watch the movie and pick apart the movie.
Okay.
Cold drink or hot drink?
Cold.
Well, as my students know that I'm addicted to coffee, I've got to say hot.
Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Great question.
Good question, but I'm a vegetarian, so none.
Okay, interesting.
Veggie burgers.
I'm a burger.
Okay.
Trying to think. Dave, get another one for me.
Okay,
Really
sure.
trying to think
Are you a day or night?
Night.
Coop?
Depends on the day.
Or fun.
Okay, so that was the last question. But we do want to thank both of you guys for stopping by today, the show. And before we let you guys go, we do want to get to our trivia question today, which is kind of based on both Mr. Devine and Mrs. Cooper Smith. Our prize is once again another wonderful HGP lanyard. I promise that we'll have a very good prize for Friday. Even though this is a fantastic prize, I've been using mine. So,
It's good.
yeah, and Tino I think has his Temple one. But lanyards, regardless,
I
you know,
have a
they
Holy
work.
Ghost one.
They
I'm
work.
gonna wear it at Temple, but while I'm at Ghost, I wear the
Yeah,
Temple.
so you're gonna flip. That works perfectly. So, all right. So here's our trivia question. 90 seconds to answer. Rob, I did not give you the answer again, which is devastating. But here we go. I'll see if I can maybe watch it out for a little bit. But the question is, we want 2 years here. What year did Miss Cooper Smith, Mr. Devine start here at Holy Ghost? So we want 2 years here. We want. Both have to be correct. If we don't get a winner, we'll go to just 1 year. But yeah, so both years. And while we talk about that and see if we can, hold on, I'm trying to find the live chat here. Do you have the live chat up? Okay, so you guys are watching it. Do you know the answer, Mr. Jacobs? You do not. Okay, so do you want to, I don't think this will be in frame, so I think you guys can see this. Does that work? Yes. All right, you guys can see it. Okay. So just want to hype up our last show on Friday, HG Palooza, which will be our last show with Santino and I. We'll also have AJ and Brendan, who will be the 2 new anchors for next year. They'll kind of end our show. You guys are more than welcome to stop by once again on Friday if you like. We're gonna kind of have a revolving door of a bunch of teachers. We'll have a minute or two with as many teachers as possible. Kind of what you're looking forward to over the summer. Great moment that we had this year that they enjoyed. So yeah, great show on Friday. Stop by. We'll start at about 9:40, 9:45, so a little bit earlier, and we'll go all the way up to the end of break. So I know we're just about running out of time, though, here at break, if we have not already. Do we have a winner yet?
I was going to say, while
We
we're
do
waiting
not.
for the winner,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone at this table, this is our last year at Ghost.
Yes?
Yeah,
Crazy. Is
sad.
anyone a little nervous, a little excited?
Did I ask you? I know I asked you the other day, your favorite moment. Did you talk about your favorite moment?
Oh, yeah, it's always
Here.
labs.
Okay.
Actually, on that note, I'm doing lab today. I'm doing a chameleon. It's
Okay.
it won't mean anything to you. Those two will know. Those three. It's a redox reaction. So what it does is it changes multiple colors and it changes rapidly through 5 different colors. Shut up. Cole's over there making fun of me. Not that that's new.
Hey, we still do not have a winner? All right, so last chance. We'll go to whoever can get 1 year for any of these.
Any crazy
for either
stories?
Mrs. Cooper Smith or Mr. Devine.
Any crazy stories
1 year.
over your years at
Yeah.
Ghost? Anything?
I know we're running out of time and
Crazy
everybody's on.
stories. I cannot think of any really crazy story I can think of. Well,
guys
yeah,
know?
the guitar night where our lead singer
Okay.
called it the
Did he
last
get
minute,
both?
couldn't make it. And I had to get my wife.
Or
to
just
sing.
one?
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
My wife came in and sang.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I bet that was a lot of fun for her.
it was a lot of fun, and she responded immediately, and she came and did the job and got it done.
That's awesome.
So
I heard, I don't know if this is true. I don't know where I heard this from or who I heard it from. And I don't know if this is either your time or maybe before it. But I
Okay.
heard there was a teacher here at Ghost that used to have a snake, like a pet
A
snake.
snake?
Yes. And then there was like a long period of time where they lost the snake. And then someone found it at like, yeah, it was Mrs.
Mrs. Bliss.
Oh, that
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense.
And they found it by like the heater in I want to say in Cornwell's on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Where
wow.
my father Dan teaches now. It was across. I think they found it in there, and I was like, "That's pretty crazy." I didn't know if either of you guys.
Didn't know that, but
No.
that is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we want
Especially
to.
crazy that he's hanging out by the heater up there. It's very hot.
The snake.
Yeah.
Well, we want to make sure that everybody can get back to class. I know we have some rowing guys in here and 2 teachers as well. So we want to give out the answer. We do have a winner. Dominic DiFrancesco was the winner. Congrats to Dom.
Right.
So here are the 2 years. Mrs. Cooperstuff started in 2014, and Mr. Devine started in 2008, which was a great year because the Phillies won the World Series that year.
Exactly.
So it was a fantastic year. But yeah, so 2014, 2008.
That's it.
So we want to thank both of you guys so much.
Congratulations, Dom.
Yes, congratulations, Dom, who was in the music program, a
Yep.
big part of the music
Big part
program.
of the music program.
Fantastic
Big part-
singer.
Big part of the guitar program. Member of the guitar ensemble and the rock ensemble.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody, as always, for tuning into the show. And as always, we want to end it with a great ending here, Tina. What's the question?
What day is it?
Today is A-Day.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Carmine, who did it live. It was great, though. Today to always have it on tapes. I'll have to send it to AJ and Brendan so they have it next
You
year.
can send it
the
to
tapes.
Rob, so
I
we can
should
put it
send
on
it to
the-
Rob. Yeah, but I think we tried it once, and I think it didn't. It was kind of. Okay, yeah. So we'll send it with you. All right, to you. All right. Well, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for
Thank you.
Firebirds Morning News. We're gonna kind of roll down our names here. We'll go down the list. I'm David Spansky.
I'm Mr. Devine.
I'm Amanda Cooper Smith.
I'm Santino DeRose.
And this was Firebirds Morning News. Good luck to the tennis team, good luck to the lacrosse team, and the rowing team in nationals. Go Firebirds, everybody. One more show Friday.